YouTube video, and I'm basically sat here, probably clean my truck up later, excuse me, but I'm caught here. I unload in Walmart. I'm at New Albany, or I'm near that right now, and I unload in Walmart at 4 a.m. This load came from Washington, 2,200 miles to, it's an area just southeast of Memphis. Couldn't remember where I was there. So, yeah, deliver at 4 a.m. and then I got to pick up a load of ice cream from Covington 24 hours later, so it's quite a big layover, so I'm going to take the truck. I got a load of onions right now. I picked up onions from Washington, and they're going to the Walmart DC down here. And so tomorrow I'll deliver the load at 4 a.m. I'll get up about 3. I'm not going to go in. Usually for loads I go in an hour early, so I can hopefully get away quick and have more day to do other stuff, make miles basically. But because I've got to wait 24 hours, it's pointless for my next load. It's pointless getting up early. Just more time lollygagging about. If I get unloaded early, they can take the time. Hopefully they'll take ages and I get some detention. I guess that's the best case scenario. But because I'm going through a load of onions to a load of ice cream, which will be picked up at Covington, going down to Lakeland, to the Publix DC down in Lakeland, Florida. I'm going to have to take it over to the Blue Beacon, so I'm going to get my truck washed as well. When I was up in Washington, I dropped my first load, and then I had a quick load to do for a favour. It was only like 6 miles or so, but we had one of our night trailers in a Swift yard up in Sumner, Washington, and they just wanted me to drop it off, bring it back, and go on to my next load, which, you know, that was, I didn't mind. I was just sitting about doing nothing. But anyway, so I was in the Swift yard, and nobody told me it was dark, and they had a big security light on a pole, probably the height of that Arby's sign there, and there's like 8 or so really bright lights on, so I couldn't see anything. But apparently there was an Osprey Nest in there, so my truck got covered in shit, which wasn't very nice at all. So I took it to our terminal. We got a touch-free wash there, and it took some of it off, but because I'm going from onions, anyway, get back to the point, because I'm going from onions to ice cream, I've obviously got to get the trailer washed out, so I'm going to do the truck as well, get it all nicely cleaned up outside, sparkling, and then I'll do some work in here. Found a new product today in the Pilot, which is this little device here for putting your headset on, but it was $20. I mean, I paid for it on points. Well, that's it's exactly what I was looking for. You know, prior to that, I had my headset just hanging there, but I do like that better. It's a better system, or it's a better solution. However, $19.95, that's daylight robbery. That's absolutely disgusting. But never mind. So I sit here bored, and I'm just watching the world go by. I'll probably watch a little bit TV, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Watching TV, I guess I do know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. There's not really anything around here to go and see. Plus, obviously, I can't really deadhead on personal conveyance because I'm on a load. So I'm stuck here, bored. We did have one funny incident in this very truck stop, and I so wanted to take pictures, but because it's a young woman, you know, you don't want to be labelled as being a pervert or anything like that. But anyways, a blonde girl, a young girl, she wasn't young, but she was younger. I'm nearly 60-year-old, so when I say younger, she's probably in her late 20s. But anyway, so she's at the diesel pumps with her car, pointing in the wrong direction because she wanted to blow her tyres up, and just watching her trying to blow these tyres up, I was just laughing my head off, and I should have helped, but I didn't. What a chivalrous, charming man I am, but I didn't help. But it was really funny, and watching her struggle with her car pointing in the wrong direction, it was very comedic. And I wanted to take a picture, but I didn't want to help. What a bastard, eh? What can I say? What else has been going on lately? Oh, yes. Guys, stop taking your 30-minute breaks at the fuel pumps. I stayed at a Pilot last night. Where was I? That's the thing about trucking. You often forget where you were 24 hours ago or a week ago, or it's hard to keep track of where you've been, and everything just mills from one job into the next. I was in a Pilot in... Damn, where was I? Oh yeah, Springfield, Mississippi. Springfield, Missouri, sorry. And I got up this morning, got up early. I like to start early. I like to run in the daylight and finish early so I can always get a parking spot. So I got up early. It was 4 o'clock and every single pump was taken, and not one of them had a diesel pump in their tanks. It's basically people just pulling up there to take the 30-minute breaks. Now, you know, sometimes when it's empty and it's early like that, you can say fair enough, but this guy's actually waiting to get diesel. It was quite a busy. It's just off I-44. You know what I mean? Springfield, Missouri. You've probably been there. There's a TA over the road. I actually had a blowout yesterday. That's the third tyre blowout I've had since June on my trailers. And it wasn't tyre pressures or anything. You know, two of the three blowouts were on self-inflators. So I don't know what's going on. That's three tyres since June. That seems to be a little bit excessive. But so I was in this Loves, and people are just parked. And this guy's trying to get diesel, and they just sat there waiting, and nobody's getting fuel. Nobody's getting any diesel. It's just a case of they were too lazy to park anywhere, and then they were parking up there, blocking all the aisles. And I think there was there's 6 pumps on there. I think 6 or 8, but nobody's getting any diesel. They're just taking the spots. I mean, have a little bit of consideration. It's even worse during the day. You can be forgiven on a night time, you know, when the parking lot's all full and you got nowhere to park. You can forgive people for doing that as long as they're not taking them all up. But it happens during the day as well. I mean, I would say that at least 50% of the pumps at any time during the day are taken up by people who are just lollygagging about on the break. I pulled into a Love's in Memphis today, and the guy in the pump next to me was sitting in a bobtail. He was in his passenger seat just eating food, and it was packed. I mean, it was really busy. This was goodness, what time is it now? This was about midday, and the place was absolutely packed. People trying to get fuel, and this guy's just sat there in his passenger seat eating his food. So yeah, stop it. Just stop it. That's all I can say. Anyway, I've rattled on enough. I just thought I'd do this. This is the first time I've been allowed to do a live video because I didn't have enough subscribers. So thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed and you come across my videos, then please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below. And I'm going to try to do these a lot more frequently. I've done a lot of videos in the past. I do a lot of special effects in that. I worked with Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects and Adobe Sound Booth and Adobe Photoshop. I use Adobe a lot, but I may be actually transferring to some different software shortly. But anyway, and I was really going to do some high polished videos while I was in the truck, but it's kind of difficult to do. I don't have a desk in here or anything, and it's kind of a cramped space. My laptop's huge. It's a MSI gaming laptop, so it's kind of awkward. So I think I'm just going to do these unscripted, unedited videos and stick them out this way. It's a lot easier for me. It's a lot less time consuming. I'll put the occasional polished one in, but yeah, this is great. Now that I can do live, I'll have to run the videos while I'm actually driving. I'll get a mount. You can get a mount that turns your phone into a dash cam. I'll have to look that up and get one of them, and then do some live videos where I'm traveling through interesting places, like for instance 84 in Washington. You know, that's a real there's a lot of beautiful scenery there, and it's an interesting drive, so it might be interesting to watch, who knows. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, hit the button below. Cheerio. I don't know how to turn this off though. How do you turn this off? How do you turn this off? There's no stop button. Yeah, I think that's the stop button.